Hello, everyone, and happy Friday to you and me. So, what are we going to do today? Well, we did 11 yesterday. We're going to do 12 today. So, talking about step 12, we go through the first 11 steps real quick. We got step 1, insanity or death. Step 2, life on a spiritual basis. Step 3, we're going to make a decision to turn our will, which is our thinking, and our life, which is our actions, over the care of God. The decision is going to be based on 2 things: step 1 or step 2. There's no door number 3. Obviously, we're going to take life on a spiritual basis. We don't want to go back to insanity or death. But the problem with alcoholics is they think they can do it a different way, or not drink no matter what or whatever. But it never happens. Most people fail. Step 4, we're going to do an inventory. We're going to find out. We're going to get down to the causes and conditions. We're going to find out the things that are blocking us from God directing us. We're going to find out what's the reason we drank to begin with. We're going to look at those character defects. We're going to look at those fears, and we're going to look at those resentments, and we're going to look at, like inconsiderate, and where was I lying, and manipulating. And what about self-pity? I'm always in self-pity. I always get resentful when I'm self-pity. We talked about that yesterday, So on 5, we're going to talk to somebody about it, because when we talk to somebody about it, it confirms we're honest with ourselves and God. Step 6, getting ready to, if you work these steps thoroughly and honestly, step 6 is done. You're already ready. After you do the first 5 steps, if you're not ready to have God remove these character defects, you got to be a sociopath or something. Anyway, of course, we're going to be ready. Step 7, we're going to humbly, humbly meaning a clear recognition of who and what we really are, which is 4 and 5, followed by a sincere attempt at what we can be, which is going to be 6 and 7. Okay, it's the same thing at step 1, 2, and 3. A clear recognition of who and what I really am, right? Alcoholic, what really an alcoholic is. And 2, want to be. What do I want to be? I want to be returned to sanity. So in 3, I'm going to make a decision to turn in to be no more longer be insane, to be sane. So 1, 2, and 3 is humility. 4, 5, 6, and 7 is humility. 8, 9, obviously humility. 10, 11 is a continuation. That's humility. So step 10 is just a continuation of 4 through 9. Step 11, we talked about, we're going to increase our conscious contact with God. They're going to show us blow by blow in the book. Blow by blow, what to do in the morning, what to do at night, what to do during the day. It's going to give you directions. It's going to give you prayers. If you don't know a prayer, go to 99 and the 12 and 12. You got the St. Francis prayer. That's something you do. That's something you go out and you do it. You don't pray it, and you just go comfort and understand and love and bring hope where there's despair, and bring light where there's darkness. So step 12. So step 12 is working with others. Okay. So I got a few doozies on this one. It says practical experience shows that nothing will so much ensure immunity from drinking as intensive work with other alcoholics. It works when other activities fail. This is our 12th suggestion. Carry this message, the message of me recovering, the message of how I recovered, my experience, strength, and hope, to other alcoholics. You can help when no one else can. Highly competent psychiatrists and doctors and family members cannot help. Only an alcoholic can help an alcoholic. We're the only people walking the face of the earth that have experienced alcoholism and recovered from it. We're the only ones that can help an alcoholic. You can secure their confidence when others fail. Remember, they are very ill. Okay? And then there's promises. Life will take on a new meaning. To watch people recover, to see them help others, right? That's because I got thoughts of others now. I get a thrill out of watching people help others recover. So, it just gives you blow by blow. It tells you exactly what to do with the newcomer. Sometimes it is wise to wait till he goes on a binge. The family may object to this, but unless he is in a dangerous physical condition, right, it is better to risk it. Don't deal with him when he's very drunk unless he is ugly and the family needs your help. Wait for the end of the spree, or a friend ask him if he wants to quit for good, not for one day at a time, but for good, and if he would go to any extreme to do so. All 12 steps in meetings and unity. If he says yes, then his attention should be drawn to you as a person who has recovered. Okay, you should be described to him as one of a fellowship who, as part of their own recovery, try to help others, and who will be glad to talk to him if he cares to see you. And just over and over and over and over, and good stuff. And I remember being on a panel once, telling my story and it was at a kind of not a jail, but it was kind of like a rehab thing or detox center. And the guy came up to me afterwards and he said, "Man, I think I might be an alcoholic. What should I do?" And I said to him, "Man, I don't know what you should do. I was just telling you what I did." So the point is, and I heard that from Joe McQueenie too. The point is, all we have is our story. We're not therapists. We're not doctors. Okay, we're not psychiatrists. We're just recovered alcoholics. That's all we are. We just know how to recover from alcoholism. We don't know about depression. We don't know about outside issues. We don't know what meds some people should take and what meds some people shouldn't take. We don't know anything like that. We just know how to go through the book. If you went through the book thoroughly, and you had a spiritual awakening, which means a personality change sufficient to recover from alcoholism, which means the obsession has been lifted. Okay, that's all it means. Vital spiritual experience, psychic change, spiritual awakening, they're all the same thing. And it means the obsession has been lifted and you're now serene and happy and you no longer require a drink. I'm okay. What can I do for you? If you didn't work all the steps, okay, you're not going to like this, but if you didn't work all the steps and you don't know what you're talking about and you go sponsor somebody, and I've seen this happen, you could actually kill them. So if somebody comes up to ask you to sponsor them and you're not into this book at all, you could do a lot of harm by saying, yes, I'll sponsor you. A lot of harm. Because you don't know how maybe you can stay sober by not drinking. Maybe you're not a real alcoholic. There's two types. There's acute alcoholism and then there's chronic alcoholism. You could be an acute alcoholic and a chronic alcoholic is asking you to sponsor him and you really don't know how to help him stay sober because you didn't get into the book. So we got to be real careful that if you're new in the program, you got to find somebody that has a sponsor, and you got to find somebody that knows this book and knows how to apply the principles in this book. Okay, so we're also going to apply these principles in all of our affairs. Now, one of my favorite readings on step 12, and this is when it comes to apply these principles in all our affairs. See, I'm losing it. 114. And as we grow spiritually, we find that our old attitudes towards our instincts, sex, social, and security, that's our instincts, okay? Towards our instincts need to undergo drastic revisions. Our desires for emotional security and money, wealth, job, for personal prestige and power, for romance, and for family satisfactions. All these have to be tempered and redirected. We have learned that the satisfaction of instincts cannot be the sole end and aim of our lives. If we do place the instincts first, we got the cart before the horse. We shall be pulled backward into disillusionment. But when we are willing to place spiritual growth first, AA, the triangle, a priority in my life, then and only then do we have a real chance. Okay? So what's our ambition? What's the true ambition then? What are we really going for here? It's at the very end of the book. The book ends like this. It ends with true ambition is not what we thought it was. It's not to satisfy those God-given instincts. It's not to get the money and the girl and the reputation and be the boss. True ambition is the deep desire to live usefully and walk humbly under the grace of God. And because I worked these steps and I was a mess before I got here, I am no longer interested in money the way I was interested in money. I'm no longer interested in what people think of me. I'm no longer nervous sharing in meetings. I'm no longer nervous being filmed on YouTube or whatever. My true ambition is to live usefully, especially when I have the medicine, when I know how to help a guy with God's help and with this book and help him save his own life. That's true ambition. And walk humbly under the grace of God. And we know what humility is. Clear recognition of who and what I really am, followed by a sincere attempt to become what I can be, which is a sponsor. I want to be a sponsor because I know how to sponsor. I've saved some lives. I haven't saved lives. This book has saved some lives. I just happen to be a guy that went through the book thoroughly and honestly. So, if you're new, get yourself a sponsor. If somebody tells you just don't drink no matter what, walk away from them, okay? Because the book says on 24 the most powerful desire to just don't drink no matter what is of absolutely no avail. Nowhere in the book does it say do not drink. People argue with me all the time. They come up with a line, but it's not what it's saying. Nowhere in the first 164 pages does it say not drink alcohol. And this is Alcoholics Anonymous. You think somewhere out of 164 pages they say don't drink. Wouldn't you think they'd say don't drink? Not only does it say don't drink, it says the opposite. It says if you're not convinced that you're an alcoholic, try some controlled drinking and try it again. And when you get convinced that you can't control and enjoy your drinking, you come back and see us. We got a solution for you. So that just don't drink no matter what didn't work for me. It worked for 30 days, 32 days, 60 days. Now I'm getting more restless, irritable, discontent. 89 days, 100 days I'm relapsing. I'm just too restless, irritable, discontent. I'm not doing any of this stuff. Just don't drink no matter what. Might work for like a week or two for me. I had to apply spiritual principles in my life, and I had to get a lot of phone numbers. I had to talk to a lot of alcoholics. I had to go to a lot of coffees, and I had to go to a lot of restaurants. And I had to go to a lot of homes. And I had to go to a lot of panels. Okay? And it was all contrary action. And all that contrary action today has turned into primary action. I cannot wait to do it. To help somebody save their life, I cannot wait to do it. Thank you, God. Anyway, guys, that's it. Hope you got something out of step 12. I think you did. I did. When I did it, all the directions are in the book, exactly how to sponsor a guy. Don't bother sponsoring anybody if you haven't opened up the book. You're only going to hurt them. That's about it. I'm going to go enjoy my day. It's a sunny day. I'm sober, coming up on 20 years this month, but I don't even remember I don't even think about alcohol. I don't remember even wanting alcohol or even thinking about it in probably 18 years. Probably my first year was the hardest. Anyways, love y'all. Talked a lot, but good video, and we'll chat later. We'll see you tomorrow. Love y'all. And don't forget to subscribe and like and follow me on TikTok at Paul Jessome. Right? Yeah, at Paul Jessome, all one word, PaulJessome. Because I want to get this message out to everybody. If I can save one life, like I said, I double my money, man. When you save one life, you get to heaven or something like that. Or if there is a heaven and God says, good job. Never mind. So anyway, yeah, I just screwed up there. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm going to have a great day, and I hope you guys do too, and I love y'all, and we'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and check me out on TikTok. Over and out.